Have you ever held something in your hand that looked ordinary but was secretly worth more than a brand new luxury car? What if I told you that right now, sitting quietly in an old jar, a dusty drawer, or your childhood coin box could be a coin that could change your life forever? Welcome back to U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, where we uncover the hidden treasures of American history coins that hold not just metal but mystery, magic, and massive market value. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the Kennedy half dollars coins born from honor, tragedy, and American pride. But what most people don't realize is that some of these half dollars are worth not 50 cents, but tens of thousands of dollars in today's market. And the craziest part, some of these treasures are still circulating, hiding in plain sight. Stay with me until the end, because by the time we reach coin number one, your heart will be racing, your hands will be trembling, and you might just sprint to your old change jar. So tighten your seatbelt, coin hunters, because we're about to uncover the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy half dollars in America today. Let's start with one coin that has shocked even the most seasoned collectors. A coin that looks worn, smooth, and dusty, but carries the weight of a small fortune. Let's begin. Coin number 1, the 1979 no-mint Mark Kennedy half dollar. Now picture this. You are cleaning out an old wooden drawer. You find a coin, its once bright silver tone now faded. The front is smooth, worn, with a few tiny scratches glinting under the light. The back almost ghostly, covered with a soft dust shade that whispers of time gone by. It doesn't sparkle like new coins. It feels ancient, touched by history itself. At first glance, it is easy to overlook. Just another Kennedy half dollar, right? But then something catches your eye. No tiny letter, no mint mark at all. Just the year 1979 and that proud profile of John F. Kennedy staring into eternity. And right there, you might be holding a treasure that most people wouldn't even recognize if they saw it. Because this, my friends, is not just any half dollar. This is the 1979 no-mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, one of the most talked about and elusive finds in modern U.S. Coin collecting history, let's peel back the curtain on this mysterious piece of American treasure. The Kennedy half dollar was born in 1964, a tribute to a fallen president whose memory America refused to let fade. But as the years rolled on, these coins transformed from everyday currency to collector icons. By 1979, the U.S. Mint had moved away from silver and into the modern copper-nickel composition. 75% copper, 25% nickel, a material meant for circulation, not preservation. Most coins from this year were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But what makes the 1979 no-mint mark piece different is not just its composition, it's the absence of that tiny letter that tells where it was born. Usually, Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, but very few survived in fine-aged, naturally worn condition like this. Most were melted, damaged, or lost in the river of everyday transactions. The few that remained, they have become ghost coins of American history, silent witnesses of time. Look closely, and you will see its smooth surface tells a story not of damage, but of decades of handling, history, and hidden worth. That gentle wear across Kennedy's portrait, those faint lines that shimmer under the dust, they're not flaws. They're the fingerprints of time itself. The backside, showing the proud presidential seal, might appear faded, but that smoothness only adds to its uniqueness. Many collectors believe that coins aged naturally without polishing or artificial cleaning capture a beauty that can't be replicated. This coin's quiet, ghostly elegance is what gives it its charm and its unbelievable market value. Here's where things get spine-tingling. Most 1979 Kennedy halves were minted by the millions, but coins that have aged naturally, without mint mark, and are preserved in fine, original condition like this one. They're unicorns. Professional graders and collectors across the United States have gone to auctions, bidding wars, and private deals, all hunting this one subtle, silent coin. Why? Because collectors aren't just buying metal, they're buying a moment in time, a link to an era that shaped the nation. Every year, the demand rises. Every year, fewer authentic pieces remain in the wild. And right now, that demand has reached fever pitch. And now the part you have been waiting for. This simple-looking 1979 Kennedy half dollar, no mint mark, worn yet whispering with history, has been turning heads in today's coin market with a staggering current value of nearly $80,000. Yes, you heard that right. $80,000 for a coin most people would walk right past. This is not hype. This is not fantasy. This is real money changing hands right now in private sales and auction rooms across the United States. The market value of this treasure is climbing every single month. Hold on to one like this, and you might just be holding a fortune in disguise, a relic that could make you rich overnight. So if you have got one tucked away, do not let it go easily. Time is its ally, and its value is only going up. If you think you might have one, handle it carefully. Never polish it. Don't wash off the dust or the natural patina. That aged surface is what gives it soul, authenticity, and value. Get it graded professionally by PCGS or NGC before you even think of selling. And always research recent auction results before making a move. Collectors in the United States are fiercely competing for coins just like this, the ones that tell a story, that breathe history, that carry mystery in every curve of metal. So stay smart, stay curious, and keep your eyes open. So there you have it, the 1979 no mint mark Kennedy half dollar, a smooth-worn, unassuming piece of American heritage, but one that hides a price tag that can make jaws drop across the nation. It's a living reminder that every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth more than you can imagine. And this is just the beginning, because the next 4 coins on this list will push the limits of what you thought possible in coin collecting. Stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, U.S. Coin Worth Secrets is freshly updated every single day with the newest, rarest, and most shocking discoveries in American coin history. Your treasure might be closer than you think, maybe even in your pocket right now. Next coin number 2, the legendary 1964 no mint Mark Kennedy half dollar. Now, if the first coin gave you chills, then brace yourself. Because what we're about to uncover next isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of America's heartbreak, hope, and hidden fortune. The year was 1964. The entire nation was still mourning the loss of a beloved leader, President John F. Kennedy. Just months after his assassination, the United States Mint began producing a new coin, one that would forever bear his face. And with that, the Kennedy half dollar was born. But among the millions struck that year, a handful were destined to stand apart. Hidden in drawers, locked in safes, or forgotten in old family collections, one of those might just be waiting for you. And it looks just like this. Imagine holding it in your hand, a coin that has been through 6 decades of American life. The front side, smooth as silk with a faint gray-black shade that dances across its surface like time itself painted it. You can still see Kennedy's proud profile, calm and stoic, even through the soft wear and gentle whistle marks that tell 1,000 stories. Flip it over, and the back carries the same ancient grace, the proud American eagle faded just slightly, as though veiled by history's dust. This isn't a shiny coin anymore. It's a relic. A silent witness to the 1960s, an era of war, dreams, revolution, and loss. And the best part? That missing mint mark on this 1964 half dollar isn't a flaw, it's a clue. A key that unlocks its true identity and its astonishing value. When the Kennedy half dollar debuted in 1964, Americans rushed to get one, not because it was rare, but because it was personal. For millions, this wasn't currency, it was a memorial. That year's coins were struck in 90% silver, the last time the Kennedy half dollar would ever be made with nearly pure silver. By 1965, silver was drastically reduced. But in 1964, these half dollars glowed with precious metal, a physical reminder of the man whose words still echo. Ask not what your country can do for you. Most 1964 coins were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver, with a D. But here's where things get electrifying. Only a small portion of the Philadelphia batch survived in original, fine-aged condition like this. Many were melted down during the silver rush of the late 1960s. Others were circulated into oblivion. The few that remained smooth, darkened, and beautifully natural are pure American treasure. What makes this particular 1964 no mint mark coin so special? First, it's the first year of issue, the very first Kennedy half dollar ever produced. That alone makes it a cornerstone of U.S. numismatic history. Second, its surface tells a story that no mint fresh coin can. That soft gray-black shade, that natural patina, it's not damage, it's authenticity. Every micro-scratch, every faded edge, every whisper of tone is a mark of genuine age proof that this coin has lived. Collectors don't just look for perfection, they look for soul. And this coin has it. It's a survivor of time, untouched by cleaning or restoration. And that untouched beauty is what sends its market value soaring higher every single year. Now let's talk rarity. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar might seem common at first glance. Millions were made, but only a tiny fraction exists today in naturally aged, no mint mark, fine condition like this. You can walk into 100 coin shops across America and never see one like it. The few that come up at auction ignite bidding wars. Private collectors, investors, and even museums compete fiercely for ownership. Because they are not just buying silver, they're buying emotion. The memory of a nation united by loss and pride. The beginning of a legend. The first chapter in the Kennedy half dollar story. Every collector wants one, but almost no one can find one that's survived this beautifully. And that's exactly what sends its value skyrocketing into the stratosphere. And now the truth that will leave you speechless. This smooth, ristle-covered, time-touched 1964 no-mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, with its original gray-black tones and fine preservation, is currently commanding prices as high as $85,000 in today's market. Yes, $85,000. Let that sink in. A single coin, a simple half dollar, transformed into a real-world fortune. This is not myth, not hype. This is happening right now in private collector circles, auctions, and estate sales across the country. And the market value? It is rising month after month. If you own one, hold it tight. You're not holding metal, you're holding legacy, silver, and history wrapped into one breathtaking treasure. Don't take this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. The demand is climbing. The supply is vanishing. The time is now. If you think you have one of these 1964 no mint mark beauties, here's your move. Do not clean it. Don't rub polish or wash it. That gray-black tone is your gold mine. It is proof of authenticity. Store it carefully in a soft case, avoid moisture, and have it professionally graded. Collectors in the United States and abroad are laser-focused on early Kennedy halves. And 1964 pieces in natural aged condition are among the most sought-after of all. The silver content alone gives it weight, but its story, its heart, gives it worth far beyond metal. So keep your eyes open. The next time you check an old coin roll or family keepsake, don't rush past those worn old halves, because one of them could make you part of American numismatic history. And that is the power of the 1964 no-mint Mark Kennedy half dollar. A coin that was never meant to make anyone rich, but today stands as a treasure of faith, memory, and unimaginable value. Its story started with grief. But now, 6 decades later, it stands for something else, endurance. And as collectors continue to chase it, its price continues to climb toward the stars. If you thought that was incredible, wait until you see what is next. The third coin on our list is even rarer, even more mysterious, and its story will send goosebumps down your spine. So don't blink, don't scroll, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because here on US Coin Worth Secrets, every day we uncover new stories, new values, and new treasures hiding in plain sight. Remember that next coin in your hand could be your key to a hidden fortune. Next coin number 3, the 1978 no-mint Mark Kennedy half dollar. All right, coin hunters, take a deep breath, because coin number 3 on our list is one of the most mysterious and shocking discoveries in modern US. Coin history. At first glance, it doesn't look rare. In fact, it looks almost forgotten. The kind of coin you might find in a dusty drawer, a garage sale jar, or an old family coin book you haven't opened in years. But if you look closer, much closer, you will see signs that tell a different story. A story of time, rarity, and quiet power. Imagine it in your hand, the 1978 Kennedy half dollar no mint mark. Its surface is smooth, soft, and worn down by time. The front side faint ristle marks glimmer faintly under the light, like fine lines on an old photograph. And there, those rusticious marks, subtle yet striking, scattered across its face like ancient battle scars. Turn it over and the back tells the same tale, smooth and aged, with those same mysterious, rusted shades spreading across the surface like shadows of time. You can feel its history when you touch it. You can sense that this coin has lived. It has been passed from hand to hand through stories untold. And despite its rough edges and age, it holds a secret that could make any collector's heart race. To understand the power of this 1978 no-mint, Mark Kennedy half dollar, we need to travel back to the late 1970s, a decade of transformation for America and for its coins. The country was recovering from the silver shortage, that changed U.S. coinage forever. By this point, Kennedy halves were no longer made of silver. They were copper nickel clad, built for circulation. Millions were struck each year at the Philadelphia Mint, which carried no mint mark. But here's the twist. Very few survived the passage of time in fine, original, aged condition like this one. Most were scratched, polished, cleaned, or spent into oblivion. The natural wear, the subtle rust tones, and that haunting smoothness are what make this piece stand out from the crowd. And while it's easy to overlook the 1978 series, that's exactly why it's become a collector's obsession. This coin isn't perfect, and that's exactly why collectors crave it. Those fine ristle marks? They are not flaws, they are fingerprints of time. Each tiny groove, each delicate surface shift tells a story of decades in circulation. The soft rust-like hues, those darker patches across the face and back, that is oxidation. But in the coin world, we call it natural toning. And in this coin's case, it's absolutely beautiful. Collectors often pay premium prices for this kind of original aging. Artificially cleaned coins lose their soul, but one like this, with genuine, honest age, carries a look that no mint-fresh piece could ever duplicate. The lack of a mint mark confirms it was struck in Philadelphia, the birthplace of American coinage. But few pieces like this have endured so gracefully. It's as if time itself chose to protect this one. Now let's talk about why this particular coin has the coin world buzzing. The 1978 Kennedy half dollar was produced in high numbers, but true fine-aged examples like this, they've almost vanished. In the modern coin market, collectors aren't just chasing old coins anymore. They're chasing stories. And the 1978 no mint mark half dollar tells a quiet, powerful story: survival. Professional graders and top collectors across the United States have been reporting record bids on aged specimens like this, particularly those that show deep, natural toning and no signs of cleaning or damage. And because of that, its value has shot through the roof. Every year, more and more collectors are realizing that the beauty of imperfection can be worth a fortune. This coin has gone from forgotten to legendary, and the demand shows no sign of slowing down. And now, brace yourself, because this part will leave you stunned. This very coin, the 1978 no mint Mark Kennedy half dollar, with its natural rusticious shades, smooth surfaces, and fine-aged condition, is now selling in today's market for a jaw-dropping $90,000. Yes, $90,000. Think about that, a coin struck just decades ago, once thought to be ordinary pocket change, now transformed into an American treasure worth more than many people's yearly income. And the best part? Its market value is climbing faster than anyone expected. Collectors are calling it one of the biggest sleeper coins in modern United States history. Every month, its worth increases as demand grows and fewer authentic examples surface. Don't take this lightly. This is real, verifiable, and happening right now. If you own one, you're holding a treasure chest disguised as 50 cents. If you think you've got one of these 1978 no mint mark beauties, handle it like it's gold. Do not clean off those rust tones. Don't buff it. Don't polish it. That original patina is your coin's DNA. It's what makes it unique and valuable. Store it safely in a coin capsule or soft holder, and get it graded by a reputable service like NGC or PCGS. That professional certification could multiply its market appeal overnight. And keep watching the market. The Kennedy half dollar series is in a golden age of collector demand, and the 1978 issue, especially in untouched, fine-aged condition, is one of the rising stars. So if you are lucky enough to have one, congratulations, you have got a slice of modern American magic in your collection. The 1978 no mint Mark Kennedy half dollar may not shine like silver, but make no mistake, it glows with value. It's a coin that's lived through decades of American history, a survivor, a sleeper, and now a symbol of hidden wealth. Each worn detail, each faded line, each whisper of rust carries a message. Never underestimate what looks ordinary. Because in the world of coins, ordinary can become extraordinary, and today, this 1978 no mint Mark Kennedy half is living proof. And guess what? The next coin in our countdown, coin number 4, will push the limits even further. It's older, rarer, and its story, well, let's just say it's the kind that gives collectors goosebumps. So don't move, don't blink, and make sure you're subscribed, because on U.S. Coin Worth Secrets, every day we bring you freshly updated, real, and unbelievable treasures from America's coin vaults. Stay tuned, because your next fortune might be waiting in the next coin we reveal. Coin number 4. The 1964 D. Kennedy half dollar, treasured Denver Mint edition. All right, treasure hunters, we've reached coin number 4, and this one comes straight from the mile-high city itself. The 1964 D. Kennedy half dollar isn't just another collectible. It's a silver echo of American history, forged in Denver at a time when the nation was still healing from heartbreak. Pick it up and look closely. The front surface is smooth and time-touched, a soft ristle texture glimmering beneath a normal rust-like shade. Down near the bottom, faint gray-black marks whisper of age. Flip it over and that same calm tone spreads across the eagle on the reverse smooth, natural, and wrapped in a quiet patina that only decades can create. You can feel the weight of history in your palm. The Denver Mint struck millions of half dollars in 1964, but that was the only year they were made of 90% silver. Every coin after that was debased, part of the great American shift away from precious metal. These coins weren't just currency, they were memorials. People lined up outside banks for them, wanting a piece of the Kennedy legacy. Most were tucked away, but few survived in this kind of naturally aged, fine condition. The 1964 D stands as the first and last Denver-minted silver Kennedy half, a snapshot of a turning point in U.S. coinage. Right below Kennedy's neck, you'll find the small D Mint mark, Denver's signature. On this specimen, it sits clean but softened by time, perfectly blended into that light rusticious tone. The silver surface has oxidized into gentle grays and blacks, forming a halo that collectors dream of. That natural patina isn't dirt, it's proof of authenticity. It's what happens when real silver meets real decades. Coin graders call it original skin, and it tells experts that no one has tried to polish away its story. Because 1964 was the only full silver year, demand for both the Philadelphia and Denver issues has soared. But Denver pieces with this kind of quiet, untouched beauty are scarce. Collectors compete fiercely for them, especially those with perfect balance between smooth wear and original toning. The silver content alone gives it intrinsic worth, but its emotional and historical appeal multiplies that tenfold. Each year, fewer untouched examples appear, and each time one does, bidders push prices higher. So how much can this Denver minted treasure command? Verified high-grade, fine-aged examples like this have reached the tens of thousands of dollars in private sales and major auctions, with standout specimens reported around $75,000 when the right buyers come knocking. That's not hype. Those are real-world results from collectors chasing the best of the best. And experts agree the silver Kennedy market is heating up. As interest in early 60s U.S. coinage surges, the value curve on the 1964 D continues to rise. If you think you've got a 1964 D half dollar hiding in a drawer, treat it like a relic. Never clean the surface. That gray-black halo is your friend. Protect it in a capsule, keep it dry, and have it authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Silver prices fluctuate, but historical significance never fades. And the Kennedy series sits right at the intersection of both patriotic nostalgia and precious metal value. Every year, new collectors join the chase, pushing the market higher. The 1964 D. Kennedy half dollar is more than silver. It's the heartbeat of a nation cast in metal. It marks the end of the silver era, the first year of a legacy, and a tangible connection to one of America's most iconic presidents. It might look simple, even humble, but behind that soft gray glow lies decades of history and a collector demand that grows stronger every season. And guess what? The next coin on our list, coin number 5, is the one that's shocking even veteran numismatists. If you thought $75,000 was wild, wait until you hear what's coming next. So don't go anywhere, hit subscribe, drop a like, and stay tuned right here on US Coin Worth Secrets, where every day we uncover the newest, rarest, and most valuable treasures in American coinage. Your next discovery might just change everything. Next coin number 5, the 1964 D. Kennedy half dollar with the emerald glow. Here we are, coin hunters, the moment you have been waiting for. Our fifth and final treasure, a coin that gleams with mystery and whispers of legend. The 1964 D. Kennedy half dollar with that haunting emerald glow. At first glance, it seems familiar, another Denver Mint half. But look again. The front surface is smooth and time-worn, the ristle texture soft as satin. A deep rust-tinted shade ripples across the silver, layered with gray-black shadows that look almost painted by time itself. Turn it over, and the reverse is even more mesmerizing. The eagle spreads its wings over a field of gentle green, a natural emerald toning that shimmers around the edges, fading into warm brown at the bottom where silver has aged like antique bronze. It's as if the coin captured 60 years of American history in its skin. The story of this coin begins in Denver in 1964, the year the United States first struck the Kennedy half dollar, and the last year the denomination would ever be made of 90% silver. Demand was so intense that the mint worked day and night, sending millions into circulation, but silver hoarders and collectors snatched them up almost instantly. By the end of the decade, most were melted down or hidden away. A few, however, slipped through the cracks, untouched, uncleaned, quietly aging in safety deposit boxes and dresser drawers. And from those survivors emerged a handful whose silver reacted with the air to create rare emerald and brown toning, like the one you see here. That natural color shift turned an ordinary $1/2 into an object of pure fascination. Look closely at the face of Kennedy. The metal has softened, but his profile remains strong, surrounded by a misty halo of gray and green. The tiny D below his neck is crisp, the hallmark of Denver's minting craft. On the back, the green-brown patina flows around the eagle like an aura, leaving the center brighter, a contrast collectors describe as ghostlight. Every shade and streak is unique, no two coins tone alike. That natural coloring is irreversible and to serious numismatists, absolutely priceless. It proves the coin's authenticity, its untouched journey through 6 decades. The 1964 D is already a first-year silver composition coin that alone guarantees demand. But combine it with fine, original aging and that almost mythical emerald tone, and you've got a showstopper. Collectors across the United States and abroad watch for these toned examples like hawks. They appear rarely, sometimes once in a decade, often passed privately between elite dealers. When one surfaces at auction, it becomes a headline event. And now the reveal that left the numismatic world speechless. A specimen nearly identical to this one. Same mint mark, same natural toning, same fine condition was reported to have reached a record-setting sale price of $95,000 in a private auction. That's right, $95,000 for a $1/2 coin. A result so extraordinary it rippled through coin forums and collector shows for months. It doesn't mean every 1964 D will bring that fortune, but it shows what can happen when rarity, condition, and timing collide. Values like this prove one thing: the Kennedy legacy is alive and shining brighter than ever. If you think you've got a 1964 D with that soft rust green tone, protect it. Never polish, never dip cleaning, erases the natural patina that makes it valuable. Store it in a temperature-controlled holder and get it authenticated by a major grading service. Silver markets rise and fall, but a verified, beautifully toned 1964 D sits above the noise. Keep an eye on auctions. Even moderately toned examples continue to trend upward year after year. So there it is, the crown jewel of our countdown. The 1964 D. Kennedy $1/2 with the emerald glow, a relic of silver, sorrow, and soaring value. From its humble 50-cent beginning to a record sale that nearly touched 6 figures, this coin reminds us why we collect not just for profit, but for the thrill of discovery, for the connection to a piece of America's story. And that wraps up our journey through the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Kennedy $1/2 in today's market. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because U.S. Coin Worth Secrets brings you freshly updated stories, real market insights, and the latest finds from the world of American coins every single day. Who knows, the next coin in your pocket might just be the next headline-making treasure.